Hello. Check. 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 Hello. Check. 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 Hello. So, check. So, hello. Hello. Which one of the following is not considered in organic pollutant pure? It is phenols, phenols. The aquatic organisms formed by the algae and the small animals that flow near the water river carried steam by a steamer called flying stones. Ginkgo biloba lin, popular known as the living fossil, is found in the wild only in China. The two strict criteria that a region must meet to qualify as a biodiversity hotspot are as follows: it has to have lost at least 70% of its original habitat, and it must have at least 1500 vascular plants as an endemic. These are the criteria that region must meet to qualify as biodiversity hotspot. According to the World Health Organization, the permissible limit for fluoride in drinking water is 1.0 ppm to 2.5 ppm. The pH of 5.7 is for rainwater. According to the WHO, the maximum permissible limit for the total dissolved solid in the drinking water is 600 mg per liter. According to the World Health Organization, the maximum permissible limit for the total dissolved solid in drinking water is 600 mg per liter, milligram, microgram or milligram, whatever. Mass gram, yes, whatever. BOD, possessive curve, is similar to logistic curve. Which of the following gases produce photochemical smoke? VOCs, PAN, NO2. Match match the list with the list 2. PAN, hypocrisy, arsenic, Skin problem, mercury, Minamata, lip, renal disorder. Dermal dose is given through skin. Identify the correct sequence of the energy flow through various levels of an ecosystem. Sun energy, primary producer, herbivorous, carnivorous. To identify the sequence, there will be sun energy, then primary producer, herbivorous, and carnivorous. Which type of the forest covered a maximum area in India? Tropical dry deciduous forest. Agenda 21 is a blueprint for the environmental and development. Agenda 21 was an outcome of meeting at Rio de Janeiro. What is blue carbon? A carbon stored in a coastal and the marine ecosystem. 16. The average pH of seawater is 8. What is the most stable mineral toward the quartz? 18. UN Climate Change Conference COP26-21 held in Glasgow. The World Earth Day is observed in 22nd April. Which one of the following is not a macronutrient? Manganese. The Earth Day is observed in 22nd March. Which one of the following is not the macronutrient of the plants? Manganese. Which is the author of the book Silent Spring and when it was published? Rachel, option number A, Rachel Castron, 1962. Which instrument is used to measure the scatter of light by a particle suspended in a liquid? Nephelometer. Which is the percentage of the forest? Question number 22. Which instrument is used to measure the scatter of light by the particle suspended in a liquid? Nephelometer. 23. What is the percentage of the forest area recommended by the National Forest Policy for Plant and Hill? 33 and 67%. ISO 14140-01 to stand for Environmental and Management System. 25. The species covered by CITES is listed as Appendix. Coronavirus is an infectious disease caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus. Which of the following method can be useful tool to educate people about carrying the capacity and over-consumption with the aim of altering personal behavior? Option number A, ecological footprint. Species that play an essential role in the structure, functioning, and productivity of a habitat or a ecosystem at a defined level is called keystone species. A species that plays an essential role in the structure and functioning and productivity of a habitat or ecosystem at a defined level is called keystone species. 29. The five main climate type open climate classification are seasonal, precipitation, temperature pattern. 30. Who is the chairperson of the National Board for Wildlife and the highest advisory body for wildlife conservation in India? The Prime Minister. How many missions are there under the Indian Government National Action Plan on Climate Change? 8. The phenomenon of increase of various variety plant as well as animal at the community junction is called edge effect. Which of the following enables a population to adapt its environment and to respond to national section genetic diversity? The difference between the carbon emissions allowed and actual emitted carbon is referred to as carbon credit. The difference between the carbon emission and allowed the and actual emitted carbon credit. Sorry. The physical space occupied by an organism and its functional role in the community of organization is called ecological needs. Question number 36. The drop in the air temperature at the rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius per 1000 mm increase in altitude of troposphere is known as environmental lapse rate. The integrated conservation mission to conserve and rejuvenate the national river Ganga is in a comprehensive manner is called Namami Ganga. Which of the following chemicals split out from the Union Carbide Indian Limited Pesticides factory in Bhopal, India on 2 and 3 December 1990? Methyl isocyanate. Alpha is a very strong acid making by Ron BNO HCl in one ancestry. Who wrote the book on the origin of species? Charles Darwin. What does the ENSCO stand for? L. Linosaur oscillation. Reverse osmosis is a type of cross-flow filtration system. Reverse osmosis is a type of the cross-flow filtration system. 43. In the rice field, which of the following is used as biofertilizer? Canarobacteria. Which of the following is used as a carrier for rhizobium fertilizer? Sand. On a weather map, the star symbol represents snow. Kyoto Protocol on Climate Change was advised in the year 1987. The world's largest producer of electricity from hydropower is China. OTEC, Ocean Terminal Energy and Conversion. 49. In India, the most common type of biogas disaster is called fixed dome disaster. What percentage of energy coming from the sun is radiated toward the space? 30%. Idle wings for the wind turbine is 3 to 25 ms. A for coal production is China. Petroleum production USA. Petroleum deposit Saudi Arabia. Potential water power Greenland. Pollutant, pollutant causing leaves curling is sulfur dioxide. The indicator 15 question. The indicator atmosphere pollution is both and liverwort and farms. The National Ambient Air Quality Standard for 1 hour average concentration Mg Mg3 CO2 in sensitivity is 2. In landfill degradation of a disposal diaper will require how much time? More than 100 years. The objectives of the environmental education are knowledgeable, attitude, skill, awareness, education, participation. Match the list 1 and 2. Montreal Convention, ozone depletion, Rio Summit, Convention on Biodiversity, Ramsar Convention, C4, Wetland Convention, Quito Protocol, greenhouse gases, greenhouse gases. So you got more Montreal Convention, Montreal Convention, ozone depletion, Rio Summit, Convention on Biodiversity, Ramsar Wetland, Wetland Convention, Quito Protocol, greenhouse gases. The Environment Protection Act to protect the environment was passed by the Government of India in 1986. Question number 16. In which of the following regions NMR spectra are often radioactive? 61. Which of the following radical is called atmosphere detergent OH radical? The primary source of OH radical in atmosphere is release of pollutant air. Which of the following move faster when they produce a radioactive alpha particle? The Clarius effect contributes to the global wind. The Clarius effect contributes to the global warming. The most poisonous pollutant water is lead. Which of the following noise levels is considered as the threshold of the pen 140 decibel? Which among the following is the geothermal in India? All of them. Which of the Raimon National Park, Assam? ISO 140 signifies carbon footprint of product. Which Indian state has the highest percent of forest cover? Madhya Pradesh. The area where two different ecosystems overlap each other is called ectome. Which of the following explain that the ecological pyramid of the energy always remain Linder 10% law? Which of the following organism is incarnate pair with? Which of the following instrument is used to measure the humidity? Hydro hygrometer. In, insectivorous plants are semi-autotrophic and semi-heterotrophic. In which year the sustainable goals were adopted by the United Nations? 2015. Which of the following treaties is an international treaty agreed upon the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro, the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change? The plant grow in best in low light intensity are called Pseuophyte. Which one of the following is not involved in step of environment impact assessment? Collection of project data. 80. Cyanoconiosis is a disease related to particulate matter. Which catalyst component is used to catalyst converter? Platinum. Difficulty in getting soaps and detergent to form and formation of insoluble precipitate on clothing is due to the hard water. 83. To generate environmental awareness, Paryavahan scheme was launched in 1992. Oxidation of ammonia into nitrate by chemocytic bacteria is known as nitrification. 85. Topography factors affect indirectly on which one of the following adaptive factors? The most important type of water for plant is called capillary water. Which of the following pairs with respect to the soil particle and their size is currently matched? Clay 0.02 mm to 0.5 mm. In the soil profile, AO layer is a upper zone of soil report. Temperature in troposphere decrease with height. The process of elevation transportation of the soil particle in a B zone. Helium layer is confined to a thermosphere. Which of the following is not a organic chronic twisted parathon? Oxygen demanding waste is usually as biodegradable organic substance. Medhapatar Marmudar project, Jadapayang, creation of man-made forest, Sundar Lal Bahugan, Chipko Moment, Salim Ali, ornithologian, conservation scientist. Which of the following is example of in situ conservation scared group? Which of the following minerals has the highest carbon content? Anther, anthracite. Wildlife Week is celebrated among first week of October. Which one of the following is not a genetically modified crop? But cabbage. The main gases which causes global warming is CO2, CH4, NO2.